Hey guys, Arpim here. Hope you're doing well, having a really great day. This video, alright, I have the brand new Elphapex DG2 here with me today, and I'm gonna be taking apart this thing. I'm gonna showcase to see how it looks like on the inside, as I have taken apart a DG1 Plus before, and to my surprise, it actually had thermal pads on the chips, which really bode well to the reliability of these script miners, okay, from Elphapex. I've truly seen firsthand the reliability of these Elphapex units over the past year. I have a bunch of units myself hosted, and they've run non-stop, completely reliable, and I have rarely heard anyone that has had issues with their Elphapex units, unlike Bitmain, for example. But we'll talk about that as we go along here. The Elphapex DG2, so thank you to Elphapex for sending me this DG2 here. I'm gonna be having this for the next couple weeks, then I gotta send it back. But we're gonna be opening it up today in this video, all right? I'm not gonna turn it on in this video. We're just gonna see the insides of this thing. Spec-wise, this DG2 is an 18 gigahash model at about 39 to 4,000 watts depending on your environment. So as you guys can see down here, it looks like it is using the new revision P13 input there for power. Then I think the cable is going to go into a C20 to be able to power it on. And just looking at the input voltage, it says 220 to 277 volts. So this Elphapex DG2 can run on different various voltages. Really good for a lot of support for a lot of different mining farm infrastructure. So yeah, just quickly looking around, okay, so it's got the two 120mm fans on the front. We got the power supply here. We have the Ethernet, we got a TF card, fault light, normal light, IP report button, reset button here, and just turning around on the side here, that's what it looks like. Nothing on the side here and on the back, okay? So we're gonna start taking this apart actually. So on the back, we have another two 120mm fans here, power supply on the back here, just air holes for the heat to come out. Okay, and then at the top here, this is where we're gonna begin taking this thing apart. All right, I want to show you guys here. So this is a screw hole here. It says to remove the screw here. Okay, so this is the one screw we're gonna have to remove in order to see at the top of where the control board is, and also the bus bars, I'm assuming. Okay, so here we go. Okay, and there it is. Here is the inside of the top of the Elphapex DG2 here. Okay, just to inspect it. All right, so control board is here. We got the ribbon cables here going into, looks like we have 1, 2, 3 different hash boards in here. And we will take out a hash board here. I will show you guys here demonstration just so we can see what it looks like. All right, so just always good to inspect it, especially when you get shipped one of these ASIC miners, or any ASIC miner for that matter. It's always good to see if any, you know, ribbon cables or any cables for that matter have unplugged during shipping. So before you turn it on, always good best practice to look at it in the inside before you turn it on. Alright, so we got a 6-pin PCIe here going into the control board. We got 4 standard 4-pin fans here. Okay, they're not like the Bitmain Molex. I guess the 4. Bitmain has a different revision plug for the fan, so it looks like for Elphapex they're still on the standard 4-pin fan, similar to like a, you know, a computer case fan. But yeah, good to know serviceability. Okay, just looking at the bus bars on the DG2 here. Okay, yeah, looks like yeah, pretty standard. We got 2 screws holding in on each hash board here, and the ribbon cable. You know what? Let's take out the ribbon cables right now. Looks like I have a bit of packaging fluff in here. Okay, I got the ribbons off, and now I have access to the screws here. So you know what? We're gonna, you know, before we unscrew the screws, I want to unscrew the back part here. All right, so looks like I can actually, I don't think I need to remove the fans. I learned that with the Elphapex DG1 Plus. As some of you may know, I did take apart the DG1 Plus before. And when we took out the hash board and we actually took out the heatsink on the hash board, we noticed that it was a thermal pad on the ASIC chips, which in turn, to my surprise, really made the Elphapex unit desirable because it was operating a lot cooler. And I can attest to the reliability over the past year. I have 2 DG1 Pluses and a regular DG1 I've been running over the past like year and a half now, and it's gone through harsh environments like cold winter times and also the summer times. And granted, I have a small sample size. I only have 3 big boy Elphapex units, but over those past year and a half, I've had 0 issues with them. I've actually had way more issues with my Bitmain units over the past year and a half than I've had Elphapex units. And to be honest, I've rarely heard anyone having issues with their Elphapex units. So I'm suspecting the DG2 is going to have the same fate, where this unit is going to stand the test of time. Like, all of my Elphapex units are going to stand the test of time versus, I'd say, the Bitmain variant, which is going to be the L9, which I think is, you know, now to compare the L9 is going to be around the same efficiency as the DG2 here, or the DG2 is going to have the same efficiency as the L9 variant, depending on your environment, of course. And actually, shout out to Mr. Ron. I know he's had since, I think, April of 2024, he has about 25 DG1s, the first big boy Elphapex script miner, and he's had zero issues with all 25. So props to Elphapex. Their units are extremely reliable. All right, so we have the, I guess, back part here with the two fans off, where we can just, it was just 4 screws. Now we're going to unscrew one of the hash boards here. So let's just do this one here. Okay, there is 2 screws holding it into the bus bar here at the end of the bus bar for that hash board. So let's just take out the screw for those. Okay, one more, and there we go. Okay, so that's how we take it out, just to unlock it from that bus bar here. So now, and disclaimer, I am not a repair person, like an ASIC repair, but you know, it's pretty easy. Anyone that's comfortable taking apart an ASIC miner, or who has done it before, it's really not that difficult. Okay, so let's take out the hash board here for the DG2. All right, so look at that. Okay, wow, look at this hash board. Oh my goodness. Wow, okay, pretty hefty. Okay, so looking at this side of the hash board for the DG2, looks like I do see, oh, I got some, is this thermal paste? I think this is thermal paste for the heatsink side. I don't think this is the heatsink side for the ASIC chips. This is just, I think, for the underside. So actually, if we flip it over here, all right, this is where, okay, so this is where the chips are, I believe. Okay, so it looks like we got the power delivery and stuff over here. But the main thing, okay, what I want to verify is there going to be thermal pads underneath this? And yes, you can see in between the heatsink here and the ASIC chips, there is thermal pads underneath, and it looks like there is a bit of thermal paste between the thermal pad and the ASIC chips by the looks of it, but I can confirm it's definitely a thermal pad, just like that DG1 Plus that we took apart about a year ago. So in my opinion, that's why these Elphapex units run so well and so cool, is because they're using a thermal pad. Unlike the Bitmain units, they don't use thermal pads, they actually use thermal paste. And recently, actually, I heard someone with a broken L9 already and had one of the hash boards die. A few of the chips died on the hash board for their L9. But that was just one sample size. I haven't heard of many others L9s that have been dying. I've heard a lot of Bitmain miners dying, but not so much the script miners. Actually, I heard there was a bad batch of power supplies for the L9s, and to get those serviced was a nightmare for that client. But good thing about Elphapex, and I actually have a success story I can tell you. A gentleman had to send his Elphapex unit back for repair. Thankfully, it was under warranty, and the service center for Elphapex is actually in Texas, and it came back to him within 2 weeks. All right, turnaround time for that gentleman, he was in the States, his turnaround time for his unit was 2 weeks. All right, so that's good on Elphapex having repair centers in Texas. So for anyone that's you know, maybe thinking about buying Elphapex units for script mining mainly, or Dogecoin mining, right? Elphapex has service centers actually all around the world. So shout out to Elphapex in that regard. All right, so I just put the hash board, I just slid it back in. It seems to be yeah, it seems to be all in. You guys can see 3 different hash boards here. It's pretty solid, extremely well built. I really truly love how Elphapex has come out of the gate here over the past like year and a half with these types of units. Really reliable, great service as well, great customer service, great repairability, great warranty if you have issues within that warranty period, and of course now great hash rate. Now, one quick thing, I just want to tell you guys a story. I've sent a Bitmain, I had an S21 Pro that was hosted, and it pretty much died after like 2 months of mining. All right, it's a Bitcoin miner, and basically it had to be sent back out. Oh, it had to be sent back out to China. And just to let you guys know, I'm putting the back plate back on here. Okay, just 4 screws. So anyways, yeah, it had to be sent back out to repair for under warranty, right? It was still under warranty. So 3 months later, then got a reply from Bitmain saying that it was unrepairable. Okay, unfreaking repairable. I was so mad. And so what that means is they said that it can't be repaired, and I basically lost all my money. Okay, so I wasn't able to get my money back off the unit, and it was unrepairable. So what the heck? Well, what does unrepairable mean? Like, what's the whole point of warranty? So I really don't understand why Bitmain was unable to repair that unit. Okay, so pretty bad. I really, yeah, I feel like I'm just done. Like, I'm after that experience, you know, with Bitmain, I'm honestly done with purchasing Bitmain units just because of that. It's like, you know, Bitmain's like whole repair system is just like a business of itself, I feel. It's like the automotive industry where, you know, maintenance is how they make most of their money, right, off their cars. So most of the money is actually made from the maintenance. So it's like with Bitmain, it's like a lot of models that they sell, it's like they gotta have models that break down, or else, you know, they're not gonna make money off of people that aren't gonna, you know, get them fixed or returned, or natural selection. Maybe some of them are gonna be deemed unrepairable like I did, and I was out 4,500 bucks off a S21, which is S21 Pro, which was just stupid. Anyways, I don't think Elphapex is going to do that to you. They got great service. I've heard from recently, again, someone sent one off for repair, and it came back within 2 weeks, thankfully, because they have repair centers in North America. Okay, so I'm just screwing in the bus bar screws. There's 2 of them here for that one hash board that we took out. Okay, and we are done. All right, so guys, that's what I wanted to do today. Just pretty much put this thing, just take this apart and just show you guys the quality of the Elphapex DG2 here. This is truly a solid unit here. I think anyone who is a, you know, a mining farm out there with cheap electric, this unit is definitely going to stand the test of time, and of course be efficient at the same time. If anyone out there is looking to purchase one of these, you guys can contact sales at foundationlogic.com, especially if you're looking for bulk. Okay, so you can contact that email if you're interested. Thank you again to Elphapex for sending this to me to open up for you guys. And next video, I'm gonna plug her in. We're gonna turn her on and see how much power this thing takes, and go through the web GUI and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so that'll be for the next video. This video was just to take this apart. So, all right, guys, that's it. All right, let me know your guys' thoughts about the Elphapex DG2 here. Was that teardown fun? Was my rambling and talking also fun? Let me know down below your guys' experience with Bitmain or any other, you know, ASIC manufacturing brand out there. I know there's a lot of stories out there, but also as well, let me know if you had good experience or bad experience with Elphapex. I always love to read the comments down below. All right, so thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts. Have a good one. Peace out. Peace out.